Hello Libra, Happy New Year. Welcome to my channel, Love It or More. If you're new to my channel, thank you and welcome. And for those of you who have subscribed, I really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Right, before I start, just a quick apology for the late uploading of this video for January 2022. I have been nursing my mum who has had shingles for the past week, so it sent me off a little bit, off track a bit. Anyway, so this is going to be for January 2022, Sun, Moon and Rising for Libra. We're going to do a Celtic cross to get an idea of the energies that are surrounding you, and we will begin with the sound bowl for 20 seconds just to tune into the energies. Please be mindful that the energies are non-gender specific and it's a general reading for the collective, so take what resonates, leave the rest behind. All right, so 20 seconds of the sound bowl. Deep breath in and exhale. All right, Libra, let us see what January has in store for you. So we are already in January. It's the 3rd today. I'm hoping that I can upload this as soon as possible. Sometimes my internet gets a little tricky. Okay, we're going to be doing a Celtic cross, and then we'll pick out 3 oracle cards at the end just to get a little bit more guidance and some advice moving forward. All right, I will be cutting the deck, but if I do any clarifiers, whoops, oh, 9 of Cups just jumped up, hello. But we're not taking jumpers just yet. I may take jumpers if I clarify with my mini Rider-Waite tarot. Okay, so Libra, Libra, Libra. Let's see what's coming up for you. Libra. Oh, we've got 3 of Cups jumping up as well. Oh, I wanted to jump up again. 3 of Cups celebration, coming together, reunions. Right, this could just be the energy that you're currently in. Come on, let us cut the deck and we shall begin. Oh, these cards have like a mind of their own. Okay. Your current energy at the moment is walking away, 8 of Cups. Crossed by the challenge or the potential what's unseen to you is the 4 of Wands. Your conscious thoughts at the moment, the Hermit. Ooh, so you're doing a lot of conscious introspection. Your subconscious thoughts is a Tower, something crumbling. You can feel it crumbling. Okay, you sense something is coming along your way. Your past energy is a 2 of Cups. Very beautiful. Sometimes a soulmate kind of energy. It can also just be someone that you're very close to, you're on the same page with. So someone who you're very closely connected to. It could be a romantic partner, family member, friend, a work colleague. But anywhere where there's been a very sort of a clear understanding. Ooh, your future is 8 of Cups. Hello. Okay, so this is brand new emotional fulfillment. Right, your attitude at the moment is the 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so you have a bit of a lack mentality going on as it relates to money, as it relates to finance, as it relates to feeling a little left out in the cold, sometimes feeling a little isolated. Okay, your environmental factor is a 3 of Pentacles. So the people around you are trying to come together, trying to either work on something that you worked on in the past. This card talks about tweaking things, sometimes collaborating. Okay, he's already done his project, but he realizes that there's some fine tuning needed. Your hopes and fears is a Chariot, wanting to drive forward, particularly with that 8 of Cups, with walking away, wanting to drive forward, but also a little worried if you go too fast. Sometimes when we go too fast, we feel like it's impulsive, and sometimes when things are a bit slower and steady, we have a sense of security in that because we've given it enough time to mull over. However, sometimes you just need to go with the flow, and if it's fast paced, flow with it. The outcome is Eight of Swords, so feeling quite constricted there by the end of the month. Okay, feeling perhaps a little trapped in your head. None of the swords are touching her, but they do represent, even though they're sharp double-edged swords, they do represent light and wisdom coming from the light that's emanating at the bottom of the tip of the sword. None of the swords are actually touching her. She is blindfolded and she is chained. Now this can sometimes be a self-induced situation where the headspaces are going a little bit too crazy there. What is that expression? Analysis paralysis. So ultimately you feel like the month of January, you're ready to take on this new chapter, this new year. Everyone starts a new year. Well, in the Western civilization, everyone starts a new year with those intentions moving forward. And you've done a lot of internal work here, but you find yourself at a place of realizing that you wanting to let go of either a past relationship, a position at work, a project that you've done, or even some family members. You're wanting to sort of move away. You're wanting to kind of walk out into the distance, into the horizon. You see, he has no idea where he's going, but he's decided, you know what, because I've been there and done that, and it didn't go quite according to plan, and I wasn't receiving what I put in, the investment, he's decided to take, it's not quite a leap of faith, but it's that inner knowing that you deserve more, inner knowing that there is more fulfillment out there on the horizon. You've got the full moon in the background there as well. So something has come full completion with you as it relates to this. Now, usually what happens is 8 turns into the 9 of Cups. The first card that jumped up when I was shuffling was 9 of Cups, which is wish fulfillment. So really and truly, you're at the position now where even though it can be sometimes feel a little bit painful to walk away from something you've put so much energy and love and resource into, but ultimately this moves on to the 9 of Cups, which is what you've actually been wishing for. So trust in your wishes, trust in the wisdom that you feel in your heart space. We've got a lot of cup energy here, meaning you're really flowing with love here at the start of the month. It does switch a little bit too much into that swords energy. Now it is a sword energy at the end of the month, and we've only got the 1 sword card for now, but it's so heavy that I would be a little bit concerned about that. Ultimately, you're walking towards something that is going to bring you a happy, more stable lifestyle. Okay, something where there is celebration, a place where you can feel at home, a place where you feel that you're with your tribe, anywhere that's going to give you that sort of sense of security as it relates to the work that you do in your home environment. Okay, so that's the reason you're moving away. You want to find that better 4 of Cups, 4 of Wands for you. Now we're going to clarify how this is all panning out for you, because you're definitely doing the work with the Hermit over there with your conscious thoughts, but I'd be a bit concerned about highlighting your weaknesses here with that 5 of Pentacles. 5 of Pentacles tends to be, would be your attitude at the moment, where perhaps there is, you could be asking for some help, some assistance, some resources as it relates to Pentacles. But there's a little bit of self-worth issues, a little bit of self-doubt, thinking, well, usually our pride becomes quite high when we feel a little bit like a failure. And I'm not saying you have a failure mentality at all, or like a victim mentality at all. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is sometimes when we're feeling the pinch and we're feeling kind of left out a little, and isolated, it can sometimes develop into the sense of, I've got to make it on my own. I've got to make it on my own, and I don't want to ask anyone for help. And when you're sort of vibrating in that area, in that resonance there, it means that you're blocking the abundance from coming in. You're blocking that because you're operating of a self-worth plateau that is not expansive. Okay, so I would be a little bit worried about that. Not worried, just mindful. Let's just say that. Be very much aware of, because with this card, people tend to attract attention to the things that are not going according to plan. They attract attention to some failings that they've had. They've attracted attention to their so-called weaknesses. And so that's what's picking up with the Chariot here, where there is a little worry because this position is in your hopes and fears. If the fear is at the black horse, the dark horse that represents our shadow side, we're not quite coming to terms with it. But you see, the Chariot needs to harness both the energies, the light and the dark. Be full in acceptance of who you are, where your brightness lies, where your darkness lies. And your darkness is only dark because it hasn't had illumination. If you start to look at the skeletons in your closet and start to do that internal work with, which I think you are doing anyway with the Hermit, you start to realize that the so-called weaknesses that a person has, and the darkness and the shadows that we have, there's always an underlining factor. There's always a reason behind it. And it's never really about the intention. Sometimes someone can be obviously intentionally manipulative or intentionally betray someone, as relates to sort of darker energies, low vibe energies. But if you pull away, if you peel away at those areas, you can start to see the hidden gems. And the hidden gems is the understanding, the Hermit energy, that understanding of why these things have played out as they have. And as soon as you really kind of peel that away, you start to illuminate it. And so then you can start to love that part about yourself, because you're understanding yourself from a much deeper perspective, and you're being more accepting of who you are. Understanding that even if there was an ill intention behind something, that actually it was due to perhaps a sense of isolation, a sense of being separated, okay, of seclusion in that regard, okay. So very, very important to harness the Chariot energy as it relates to that victorious, triumphant, rushing ahead. This could even be a moving card, a traveling card. It could be a vehicle, because the Chariots are the vehicle. And the Eight of Cups over here is that walking away. So there could literally be a literal physical move for you. Okay, I want to clarify some of these cards. I just want to get a bit more information on this Eight of Cups, please, for Libra. Why is the 8? Oh, yes. The 5 of Pentacles has turned up. Now, it's turned up twice. Okay. So I think there would be just a little concern to ensure that whatever you're walking away from, it's not to try and view it from a perspective of, I'm walking away because I'm seeking my fulfillment. I'm seeking expansion. I want to grow. I want to love more. I want to feel more. And that's perfectly adequate. This is what we're on planet Earth to do. We're here to learn, to grow, to expand, to evolve, all of those things. That is what we're meant to do. I would be a little worried that it's not due to something where you feel I'm running away with my tail between my legs because something hasn't gone according to plan. As long as it's not sort of running because, you know, there's a feeling of being isolated and left alone. But if this was a case of a situation where there was a move, even a physical move, because you couldn't afford to stay where you were, then that is still a promising thing, because the 8 turns into the 9, okay? And it's important to sort of move away from that energy over there. So it feels like for the month of January, for the most part of the month, you sort of switching in the 5 of Cups, the 5 of Pentacles energy of not having enough, to like oh, I have this, I actually know deep down that I have this expansive growth that needs to venture out and experience more. So I feel like it'll be a bit of a juggling act over January, but of sometimes feeling very left out in the cold, and other times feeling no, I'm trusting in myself, I'm moving forward because I'm moving away from this. Okay, so as long as you don't take that Five of Pentacles energy with you, now it could be that you're moving away from that Five of Pentacles energy, which is really positive, as long as you don't keep that in your vibration as you move forward, because a Chariot doesn't take the Five of Pentacles with her, she just drives forward. Okay, so let us have a look at the Tower. So this is in your subconscious, so this could be something that's feeling a little, this is something that where you just feel this niggle, there's something undercurrent is willing you, knowing that there's something that is not quite right, and this is to do with the foundations that you've had previously. Okay, that's why you're walking away. There's something that's not quite right. Either the foundations are rotting as it relates to a physical home, and there's too much difficulties with regards to the actual foundations of the home. This could be the foundations of a relationship, a working situation. You have this deeper sense that something is not good enough to stand the test of time anymore, and it's just a matter of time before it is going to fall apart and crumble. And it feels like this is why you're making this move, even if it's a metaphoric move. So let us have a look. Why is the Tower here, please, for Libra? Oh, that's a lot, but we'll take them. Ooh, Ten of Pentacles. Now you've turned your 5 into the 10. King of Wands, the Devil, Page of Pentacles, the Magician. Right. Okay. So what you feel is happening is that attachment to the sense of security. So it feels like either work or your home has kind of fallen, is, you feel it crumbling. It no longer feels like the support that's going to keep you stable on the long term, and that's what you feel is slowly kind of crumbling away. With that, there is a deeper kind of niggling feeling of like the attachments to that as it relates to the Devil card. There have been attachments to the home, the work, all those things, and I mean that's fine. We all get it. We all get used to the home we live in. We don't. Human beings don't like change. Well, children love change, but as we grow up and we get older and we learn about all the dangers of life, you know, we work very hard to have things just so that we don't fall into the ditch, right? But it feels like the thing that's falling apart is your long-term sense of security. So either the home or your workplace, because we've got that King of Wands over there, and that's the attachment that seems to be crumbling. The beauty here is that you have the Page of Pentacles, which is that news, that good news as it relates to resource or money, right? Meaning that you can get out of that Five of Pentacles energy and you're starting to use it in a very powerful manifesting way with the Magician card over there. Okay, so ultimately this Tower that is crumbling in a weird kind of way, you've been bringing this, you've been conducting this, orchestrating this in the right way, because you realize that these attachments aren't serving you, because they're not going to stand the test of time. So you know you need to move on. And this is what you're picking up on intuitively. I'm going to put these cards back in the deck so we have the full spectrum to clarify a couple of the others. Okay, I want to find out about this Ace of Cups. Ooh la la. Okay, you're searching for your... Remember I was talking about the Nine of Cups jumped out in the pre-shuffle, which is wish fulfillment and celebration. You go from this current energy to that one in the future. So 8 plus 1 is 9, which is that 9 of Cups there. So you are moving into the thing that you're hoping for. I would just be a little bit concerned about getting a little bit too stuck in the head space over there a little later in the month. Okay, right. Ace of Cups, please, for Libra. Now this obviously could be a new romance. Queen of Wands. Yes. I think that you're taking a risk in love here. And I wouldn't say, I don't know why I said risk there, because there's no Fool card coming up over here. But you see the Queen of Wands, she's very bold, she's very brazen, she's very feisty, she's very attractive. Okay, this is your energy. It doesn't matter whether you're male or female, what gender you are attracted to. The Queen of Wands is bold and fierce, and to embrace that energy as it relates to the Ace of Cups is very, very powerful, because for me, I'm sensing this is kind of going outside your comfort zone. Okay, so it could be that you're moving away from everything that you know, even if it's metaphoric, to follow your heart. Follow your heart. Now, it can be obviously follow your heart as it relates to the heart of another person, ooh la la, or it could be the emotional fulfillment of a new lifestyle with the Four of Wands, a better, stronger foundation for yourself. But it's very, it's there, it seems to definitely be love here. It could literally even be, if it doesn't relate to somebody else that you are moving away from so that you can move towards, then this is going to be falling a little bit more in love with yourself, which is really, really promising, because the more love we give ourselves, the more we can expect to receive from the people that we do love. Okay, you've got to start within your heart first, and I feel like it's going to go a little bit outside your comfort zone, but it's very, very promising. It's bewitching. It's nice. Right, Five of Pentacles with your attitude, please. Can you clarify the Five of Pentacles for Libra? Thank you. Ah, yes. Ten of Wands. Okay, so don't worry. This Five of Pentacles, which is that attitude of feeling a little bit like you don't have enough money, you don't have the resources that you need, you're feeling a little isolated, all the things that you've been walking away from, you're at the end of that road with a Ten of Wands. All the Ten of Wands means is that you've got a final responsibility, a final burden, something just to close off that commitment, and then you've completed that cycle. Because a 10 in numerology reduces to a 1. So it's both the ending and the beginning all in one, right? Meaning that you're ending this cycle of lack mentality that you've been on. And that's why you're doing the physical move or the metaphoric move. You're moving away from that. So it's going to be, so it is in your attitude, it is in your energy, because you know that you're not quite there yet. There's just a couple more things to tie off, particularly as we had this Three of Pentacles. So this is the thing, your environmental factor. Remember I was saying about you're just tying loose ends, you're perfecting, you're going back on something, just making sure that it's all kosher, it's all above board, everything has been finely tuned, all right, in order to move forward. I want to have a look at this Eight of Swords, please. Can we clarify the Eight of Swords, please, for Libra, for their highest good? Thank you. Oh, Three of Pentacles again. Okay, all right. So all those things that you're tying up in order to make this shift, this move, even if it's a metaphoric move, anything that you're tying up, even if it's related to, say for example, there's a debt that you're still paying off and you want to move and you feel like you're on, in a way, you're in that transition between leaving and moving forward, but you've got to close that off first. So you've got to either somehow pay off that debt, or you've got some paperwork that still needs to be completed, and it may be just giving you a bit of a headache there with that Eight of Swords, feeling like, I don't know if I can do it, I don't know if I've got enough left over. I'm using this as an example. It's anything where you need to complete that Ten of Wands over there, which is that final burden, that final responsibility, so that you can put a close to something, close something off. And it's causing you a little bit of anxiety in the head space. Can we get anything else, please, for the Eight of Swords? Thank you. Knight of Pentacles. Yes, okay, so that's your guidance there. Knight of Pentacles is about slow and steady wins a race. Make sure that you leave nothing, no leaf unturned, okay? Don't try and rush ahead, because that's where you feel like the momentum is pulling you. But as it relates to finishing and tying up loose ends, it is better if you just do it step by step. Okay, when you do things step by step, you know that you can tick each box and it no longer can pollute your mind, and with these loads of different thoughts coming in and projecting in a multitude of routes. You know that you've cleaned this off, tick this off, tick this off, tick this off, tick this off. Okay, Knight of Pentacles is the most reliable, action orientated card in the deck. Okay, meaning that you absolutely will be able to do it, no problem. But don't try and rush ahead, just do it slowly. It could also be that there's slight delays, which means that it gives you the opportunity just to go back on something. It's kind of reminding me a little bit of Mercury retrograde, and for the life of me, I don't know where the next one is. Oh, okay. So I'm just going to get you 3 oracle cards for some guidance, more information about this January for you, for your highest good. What does, thank you, Libra need to know? Fork in the road. Whoa, okay. So perhaps this moving away and this shifting, you're definitely at that place here. This is pretty much exactly that 8 of Cups. Knowing that you're at a juncture in your life and you know that you need to have forward movement. But remember I said he doesn't really know where he's going. And it's all right to be in that space of, okay, well, I know movement needs to happen. I'm just not quite sure where. Just go with the flow. Just go with the flow, because in the interim between the decision making, perhaps you go down one path for a little bit, turn around and come back and go the complete opposite path. It doesn't matter which path you go in ultimately, but it does allow you that time and that space to close off this over here. So you really are at that point where you are knowing and understanding that something's got to give, and something is absolutely got to give, because it is giving. And see it as a gift, a giving, because it's allowing you to move forward and explore further. Let's see what else we can get for you for Libra. What does Libra need to know, please, for January, for the highest good? What guidance do you have for Libra, please? Ooh, I shall take the one that fell on the floor. Bear with me a moment. Yes, transformation, the butterfly. Okay, so the butterfly is all about transformation. Transformation will be the death card in tarot. You are changing your whole way of being. This isn't just a change, it is a huge transformation. You moving forward from here, you will never be the same again. You will be better, you will be brighter, you will have wings. Okay, so this is very, very powerful for you. That's why it's important just to clean off those final little details, finish off that 5 of Pentacles cycle there, so that you can move forward with grace. Okay, what else does Libra need to know? Thank you. Oh, nice. Mentakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light worker. Okay. And Pleiades, double mission, channeling and uplifting humanity. So what this is really telling me is that there is a sense of, it's almost as if you have a type of nostalgia for the new you. It's like you can pick up on the vibrations of the future you, the transformed you. And that transformation of you is actually more in alignment of your core truth. And that's nostalgia that you're picking up on is a thing that's also kind of pulling you towards this shift that you are going through. And as you move through this shift, you're guiding the way for others with that light worker and uplifting humanity. So you could be doing anything, any work or anything that's where time, you lose sense of time and you're working in the zone of your passion and your excitement. That's when you are stepping more into the core you. Okay, so use those as guiding tools, your signposts. Very nice, Libra. I'm excited for you because this is a major shift for you. So I wish you all the luck with this. Please be mindful of the 5 of Pentacles and the 8 of Swords. Otherwise, you are good to go. Have a wonderful month, and I'll see you next time. Take care.